What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a football game for Thursday, September 5th, 2024. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in this game, you'll have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the pinned comment below in this video. There will be a link there for you to check out. I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks for this game for this day. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We are going to be looking at, this is my Patreon right here, if you guys want to know who I'm going to be picking. But we're going to be looking at the Ravens versus the Chiefs for the first game of the NFL season. It looks like the Chiefs are a 3-point favorite on the spread. And this is a ceremonial night for the Chiefs for being the Super Bowl champions. So they're going to have an award ceremony probably at halftime. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get into it. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so I'm kind of trying to refresh my memory on how I do this stuff. All right. So on this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian and Hebrew calendar. And on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the distance to the upcoming Super Bowl. I have week 1 right here. I have the location of the game, the city, the state, stadium, coordinates. I keep track of home team win-loss records. This being the first game of the NFL season, there is no real record there yet, just as of yet. Right here is the all-time head-to-head between the two teams for the regular season. And then I have the home team right here, their season record, their coach's record, their quarterback record, their name, Gematria, tuned from their birthday. And then at the bottom here, I have the road team, their season record, their coach's record, their quarterback record, their name, Gematria, and tuned from their birthday. And so basically what I do is I just look at the numbers. Since it's been a while since I made a video, I got to just get myself back into this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at each side. I'm going to go over. I always start with the home team first. I'll go over some numbers for the home team to win this game. And then I'll go over some numbers for the road team to win this game. And then it's going to be up to you to decide who you think looks better numbers-wise. And, of course, if you want to know who I'm picking, you have to join my Patreon, like I said. But I should be giving you enough information and showing you enough information to where you can come up with the pick on your own if you actually really wanted to. If not, no big deal. Let's go ahead and just get into it. I'm going to start with the Chiefs. So we'll start with the home team first, the Chiefs. What would it look like for the Chiefs to win this game? What are some numbers for the Chiefs in this game? Well, the first number that kind of just stuck out to me is that this being the 12th regular season head-to-head matchup between these two teams. The reason why that kind of stuck out to me is because it's 12 days. The day of this game is 12 days till Patrick Mahomes' upcoming birthday. This being the 12th head-to-head matchup regular season between these two teams. 12-12. If you write out the number 12, it sums to 75. And 12 days till his upcoming birthday in the 12th head-to-head matchup between the Chiefs and the Ravens, Patrick Mahomes needed his 75th win regular season for his career. The number 12 sums to 75. He would sit on 22 losses regular season for his career to go with. It will be a day with 22 date numerology on the Gregorian. What's tough about the Andy Reid connection here to pick up his 259th win, if this game were to favor the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes gets his 75th win, Andy Reid will get his 259th win regular season for his career. What's kind of tough about that is the Chiefs' next game. If you look to week 2, if it loads, the Chiefs play against the Bengals in week 2 on Sunday, September 15th. What's interesting about that is September 15th is the 259th day of the Gregorian year in a leap year. Typically, it's the 258th day, but this is a leap year because it's election year. Does Andy Reid get his 259th win here and then head into the game next week on the 259th day? And then you got to ask yourself, or does he sit on 258 and then he gets his 259th next week on the 259th day of the Gregorian year? So that's kind of the trick spot for the Andy Reid. If we're favoring the Chiefs here, if the Chiefs are going to win this game, you would say, well, the Andy Reid would get his 259th win regular season for his career to head into next week's game, which is on the 259th day for a leap year. So that's kind of tricky there. And we'll get into this 258 when we look at the Ravens side. But for the Chiefs right now, 12th regular season head-to-head game, 12 days till Patrick Mahomes' birthday, 12 sums to 75. Today with 22 date numerology on the Gregorian as well. Patrick Mahomes can become 75-22 for a record with the win. Andy Reid can get his 259th win regular season for his career to head into next week's game. That's on the 259th day of the Gregorian year. Andy Reid, he can get his 129th win regular season as a coach specifically for the Chiefs in this particular game. This game is going to be played on September 5th, written 9/5, kind of like the number 95, 9/5, 95. Well, if you write out 95, 9/5, it sums to 129. And so that might be a reason for Andy Reid to get his 129th win regular season for his career on September 5th, 9/5, like 95. Right now, 95 sums to 129. What else here? Losing side for the Ravens. If the Ravens were going to lose this game, Lamar Jackson, he can just sit on 58 wins regular season for his career on a day with 58 date numerology for the Gregorian. Ravens coach, his name sums to 58. Lamar Jackson, he can actually become 58-20 for a regular season record with a loss, 58-20. The reason why I have this marked as a dark blue is because the stadium that they're playing in, Geha Field, I don't know how you pronounce that, Geha Field at Arrowhead Stadium, it sums to 258. 258. Andy Reid currently sitting on 258 wins. But if it was going to go against the Ravens, Lamar Jackson could become 58-20 for a record in his career regular season, 582. So 582 is an anagram of 258. Similar numbers being used. It could be considered a bit of a stretch a little bit, because there's a 0 in there with the 20. But the 5, the 8, and the 2 is there. The stadium, Arrowhead Stadium, 258. It's just an anagram, basically. Similar numbers being used. Anagrams get used all the time. What else? Also, the 20, you can say for Lamar Jackson's birthday as well. It's going to be 124 days till his 28th birthday. And this game being in Kansas City, Missouri, which sums to 124 and 241, which is just another anagram of each other. 241, 124 anagrams of each other. Kansas City, Missouri, 241, 124. Lamar Jackson, 124 days to his 28th birthday. If you write out the number 20, it sums to 107, the 28th prime, as well as 28 in and of itself. And so that could be another reason for Lamar Jackson to get his 20th loss for his career regular season, as he sits on 58 wins inside Geha Field at Arrowhead Stadium, 258, on a day with 58 date numerology for the Gregorian. And that's kind of about it. I mean, we don't have any season records that we can look at really because this is the first game of the entire season. So we're basically just looking at coaches' records and quarterback records. The head-to-head between the two teams, I didn't see anything really stick out for the 84 and the 48. However, the 8 this can actually get hit any time. But you can say that Lamar Jackson wears the number 8, and the Chiefs are looking for their 8th head-to-head win against the Ravens. You can say it could be an 8 factor there. Let's write out 8. There's nothing about 8 that just kind of pops out at me for it, but it is there, I guess. Yeah, that's just kind of really. I think a lot of it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. If the Chiefs win this game, I think it's going to be the 75 and the 22 for Patrick Mahomes. 12 days till his upcoming birthday and the 12th regular season head to head. The Andy Reid connection is tricky. That 159 he can hit this week or it can hit next week. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. It can go either way. It is ceremonial night, so one of the bigger things for ceremonial nights, it tends that the team that's getting the ceremonial award tends to lose. So let's just go ahead and look at Ravens. Let's go ahead and switch gears now and look at the Ravens. What would it take for the Ravens to win this game? Sorry to interrupt this video, you guys, but I need a huge favor from you. Can you go ahead and like this video and leave a comment below on who you think's going to win? It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get back into the video. Like I was saying, the ceremonial night for the Chiefs, the season opener. Last year when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, I think they lost their first game of the season, the ceremonial opener. So that's a possibility. And what this could be is it could be a tribute to the Super Bowl in game 1. This is the season that ends with Super Bowl 59. This game is being played on September 5th, which is 9/5, a reflection of 59. So you can write it 9/5 or 5/9. And the Ravens coach, John Harbaugh, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He sums to 59 as well as 58 today with 58 date numerology. But Lamar Jackson can open up the Super Bowl 59 season by getting his 59th win regular season for his career. I think that's a good connection for Lamar Jackson. If you guys are looking for the Ravens to upset the Chiefs here in the first game of the season on ceremonial night, as the Chiefs get their second Super Bowl trophy in a row. And then what would happen is Andy Reid, he would sit on 258 wins regular season for his career inside Yeehaw Field at Arrowhead Stadium, 258. And then next week when they play the Bengals on the 259th day, that's when he can probably pick up his 259th win regular season for his career, if you're looking at a Ravens win here in the first game of the season. And so that would be an interesting connection for Andy Reid. And that's something to watch for, actually. Maybe you sit this game out, the Chiefs and Ravens, since it's the first game of the season. It's just a close line. If Chiefs win this game, maybe you look to fade them against the Bengals next week, and or vice versa. If Chiefs lose this game, maybe you look to back them pretty heavy next week against the Bengals for Andy Reid to get his 259th win. So you just kind of have to play it by ear with that particular connection. But the big thing for Ravens, I think, would be Lamar Jackson. I think it comes down to the quarterbacks once again in this game. It's either going to be the Patrick Mahomes connection with the 12 and the 75, or it's going to be the Lamar Jackson connection with the Super Bowl, the 59. This being the first game of the season that ends with Super Bowl 59 on September 5th, 9/5 or 5/9. It simply could just come down to Lamar Jackson getting his 59th win to open up the season. And he'll do it over the Super Bowl champions, ceremonial night. Chiefs could lose at home for the ceremony. That's a big conspiracy within this this community, is when it's ceremonial. It doesn't matter what sport it is, basketball, baseball, football. When it's ceremonial night, the team that's usually getting the award tends to just kind of lay down and let the other team just kind of stomp all over them. So I don't know. Will Chiefs open up big here and get the win of the season, or will it just be Lamar Jackson? Like I said, it's going to be either Patrick Mahomes getting his 75th win, 12 days from his birthday, 12 sums to 75, this being the 12th regular season head-to-head win. And then Andy Reid goes into next week sitting on 259 wins on the 259th day. And then Lamar Jackson, 58-20, went over those connections. Or it's the start of the season that ends with 59, Super Bowl 59. Lamar Jackson opens up the season getting his 59th win regular season for his career. And Andy Reid sits on 258 wins in the stadium that sums to 258. So that's just kind of what I have for right now. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insight to the game number wise. Get you started on a decode, adds to a decode that you already have. Don't hesitate to write any questions in the comments below. I'll try to answer questions as best as I can in a timely manner. And with this being the first game, there's no season record that we can rely on. It's just coaches' records and quarterback records. And the head-to-head records, I mean, it's kind of a low number. So, I mean, for the Ravens, if the Ravens were going to win this game, they could become 5-7 head-to-head against the Chiefs regular season. And this would take place in Missouri, which sums to 57. So there's a 57 there for the Ravens. I didn't really see anything for the 84, the 48 for the Chiefs, other than just the number 8 and Lamar Jackson wearing the number 8. So, yeah, as the season progresses, we'll have a little bit better decodes sometimes, but not always. But again, yeah, hopefully this helps. I haven't done a video in a while. It's been at least almost 6 months, it seems like. So I'm not the best in this video, but hopefully I did okay. I gave you guys some information that helps your decode or get you started on a decode, get you some little bit of insight on the game, numbers wise, anyways. And I wish you guys the best luck on your picks. Hopefully, you win all the money in the world. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next football video.